Now the clock is screaming, the silence implores.
February 1st, Tucson, Arizona. At 84 years old, Nancy Guthrie's life was quiet, controlled. But at 4 a.m., that control was ripped away. Neighbors didn't hear a struggle. No tires screeched.
Fills the corners of this room. Thought I wanted peace, but it cuts too deep.
When the county officers walked through the front door for a welfare check, they found a house that looked lived in but felt dead. A lukewarm cup of tea on the counter.
Won't let me sleep.
And in the hallway, a smear of blood that didn't belong to a fall. On a norm, most people wake up to Savannah Guthrie's voice. But on February 1st, Savannah woke up to a phone call that no amount of journalistic training could prepare her for. Her 84-year-old mother's house was a crime scene. No Nancy. Just a forced door and a bloodstain on the floor that the lab confirmed was a match. Pima County deputies arrived at the house in the Catalina foothills for a welfare check. Everything looked normal from the street. But inside, the silence was heavy. There was no sign of a struggle in the kitchen, but the back entrance told a different story. There was signs of forced entry, the official report said. In a world of missing persons, the first 48 hours are everything.
Screaming, the silence implores. Quiet is too loud today. Every whisper wants to stay.
The investigators didn't treat this like a standard missing person case. By the time the sun came up, the FBI was already on the scene. Because of who Nancy's daughter is, the FBI's Major Crimes Task Force moved in and set up a grid search through the Catalina foothills. Every doorbell camera within 3 miles was scrubbed for a dark SUV or a stray shadow. The forensic team focused on the point of entry, a rear door. The lock was bypassed with professional precision. This wasn't a random burglary. It was a target. Then the digital trail started. This wasn't a standard kidnapping. On February 3rd, the case took a dark turn into the deep web. Ransom notes weren't left on the doorstep. Rather, they were sent to two major news outlets, TMZ and KOLD-Tv, via encrypted servers. The demand was in Bitcoin, a digital ghost of a currency. The hackers claimed they had Nancy and were monitoring the news. The FBI's cyber unit began a digital handshake to trace the IP, but the trail bounced through 6 different countries before going dark. The demand? Cryptocurrency. Untraceable. Fast and cold. The investigators had to figure out if these were the real kidnappers or just trolls preying on a famous family's nightmare.
Silence homes a haunted tomb, fills the corners of this room.
Savannah had spent a decade asking the hard questions to presidents and celebrities. Now, she had to record the most important interview of her life. Her message was simple but calculated. She told the world and the people holding her mother that she was ready to talk ransom. For Savannah, the world of news was now her prison. She had to step down from the Winter Olympics coverage. She wasn't an anchor anymore. She was a daughter in a war room. When she sat down to record her public plea, she didn't use a teleprompter. She looked into the lens and spoke to the captors. She acknowledged the money, but she drew a line in the sand. She knew about deep fakes. She demanded a proof of life that couldn't be faked, a specific answer to a family secret. The 2026 Winter Olympics were starting in Milan. Savannah was supposed to be the face of the coverage. Instead, her seat was empty. The pressure had reached the highest office in the land. President Trump reached out to the Guthrie family. It wasn't just a courtesy call. It was a directive. More federal resources, more satellite imaging, more eyes on the border. The search for one 84-year-old woman had become a litmus test for national security and the limits of digital tracking. The search wasn't just a local police matter anymore. It was a national operation.
Every whisper wants to stay. Silence hums a haunted tomb, fills the corners of this room. Thought I wanted peace, but it cuts too deep. Even stillness won't let me sleep. Quiet is too loud.
As the sun sets on day 5, the house in Tucson remains taped off. The Today show desk remains empty. Savannah is off the air, waiting for a phone call that could either end the nightmare or confirm her worst fears. The FBI is silent. The ransom demands are being analyzed by cybercrime units. The ransom clock is ticking toward a deadline only the kidnappers know. In the desert, the wind erases tracks. In the digital world, the trail is getting colder. Everyone is waiting for the same thing. For Nancy to come home, or for the silence to break. Stay with us and subscribe to this channel for ongoing updates as the story develops.
Thought